incarnation that they finally said this is the one.
Yep.
So and so it's a molecular spirit whiskey,
And they do it in one day.
and
Really?
it can manufacture in 24 hours.
Stop it.
24 hours.
Yep.
So yeah. So I'm like, dude, this is like fucking Star Trek replicator 10 forward. I would like a Blanton's
Yeah.
1920. Ship.
That's
There it is.
crazy.
It's wild.
The replicator.
It's yeah.
It's
So he said right now, he said the technology, he said it's very it would be like a very old analog recording or an old
Okay,
ditto,
we're live on the Facebook.
a ditto
so just,
Xerox. Okay,
make
an old Xerox.
and 7
pretty
years
much,
ago.
yeah.
You know it's very much a Edison wax.
Yeah.
You know, wheel as far as resolution and clarity on the whiskeys, but
It'll only get better.
yeah.
So but I mean, really, I go, this is like, no, but seriously, dude, this is straight up Star Trek, and they're like, oh yeah.
They said thank you for that.
They're like,
You know what I just had for the first time? I had an Impossible meatball. Have you heard about this?
Is that like it's like meat but not meat, right?
It's not meat. It's like test tube shit. It's like and Impossible is the brand name. And,
Oh, okay.
And you'll go to these restaurants now, and we have the Impossible.
Oh,
Impossible
yeah,
this
we were
one.
just at Detroit Burger Bar.
And
when nights ago, they have it there. Yeah.
it was indistinguishable.
really?
I couldn't tell. It was I didn't know what this Impossible meatball was. I just thought
Sure.
it was, that's what they called it. Yeah. And I ordered it. It was really good. And she's like, "Yeah, have you ever had Impossible meat before?" I'm like, "No, what?"
It's just not.
It's not real
possible.
meat.
That's
It's not
what-
real meat. It's
Yeah.
it's a gross thought to think
What
that it's
she
grown in a lab
See,
somewhere.
you don't tell me before I eat it
Yeah.
because I'm like, yeah, I can't. Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Unmute the music. All right, there we go.
Sorry.
No, I was just curious if it was working. So yeah, because plugging it into these, it gets left and right.
Ah.
So I use my own cord and plug it into
Yeah.
there.
All right.
For whatever reason, the other
We
one.
should do this.
Are you in a hurry,
you
Samantha?
itching
Are you? If you got to walk,
I mean,
just walk whenever.
oh, like if I have to leave.
Yeah, you're like.
Okay.
just-
Well, I want to be on it, so. I
Okay,
wanna
let's do this.
I
Yeah,
wanna
you
do
can
it.
start.
Yeah.
I was just plugging it in.
Yeah.
So, but Matt and I had a great time.
Had a really good conversation. I saw that.
And we grabbed the two of the three owners and or
That's interesting
creators,
stuff.
chatted them up.
What are you doing, Sam?
I don't know. I just.
Are you sniffing that? Was it? What?
You're supposed to spray it in a rag.
Wait, really? No, this is just spray.
It's not a whippet.
It's just the spray. You just spray it.
Did you
in
forget
the
your
air.
deodorant?
Yeah. No. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Go.
Go.
Hey, there's the music. That means it's time for Animal Talk. Some of the best doggone pet people on the planet here to help you with your pets. Like the guy sitting across from me.
Hi, I'm Brian, and I'm made entirely of impossible meat.
Oh, further up the table.
Oh, hi. I am Matthew Fox.
Hey, man.
Hey, fellas.
And pushing our buttons as always.
Sam.
Hey, Sam Nork. My name's Jamie. I just want to make sure everybody has a good time. Animal Talk, it is America's Pet Show, helping people with their pets. That is what we're here to do. And I got nothing.
Yeah?
No, I do. I got a
You
few
got plenty
things.
of stuff.
You
over
were
there.
really interesting before the show started.
All went away.
What happened?
It all went away. No, Matthew and I had fun doing Man Cave Happy Hour stuff yesterday, talking people making molecular whiskey.
synthetic made whiskey.
Glyph.
Oh my goodness.
So if you could, and you called yourself made of impossible meat,
Yeah.
and that's like people making
Impossible whiskey.
Yeah, it's
the website is impossiblefoods.com.
Impossible Foods.
Burger
Is it
King does it.
synthetics and
Do they really?
Yeah, they do. They
Is
do
that
the
like-
Impossible Burger.
Is it vegan option? Is it a vegan option?
Yeah, it is.
Is
It's
it-
like meat for, it's not real meat.
Yeah.
It's made in the Star Trek replicator.
So, and that's the thing, because with pets, we've talked about it before. It's all started with what was the sheep's name?
The sheep's name.
The sheep. Do you remember the first sheep?
Dolly.
Dolly.
Ah.
I was quizzing Matt.
I see. I failed.
Now I'm looking for the bell. I was going to give
Oh.
Matthew the bell. There it is. All right.
Got it.
So Dolly. They started with Dolly the sheep. And now you can like save your dog's DNA and have your dog cloned, or your cat, or your parrot, I would guess, or anything you want. Your Tyrannosaurus raptosaur, or whatever it is. Stop being a dinosaur, Billy.
Can you do
Okay.
that again? Thanks.
Hey, Jamie, listen to
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Do you love meat?
Ooh.
Eat meat?
Ooh.
Impossible, trademark, delivers all the flavor, aroma, and beefiness of meat from cows. But here's the kicker. It's just plants doing the impossible.
Oh.
Isn't this weird?
Wow.
It's just, if you tasted the stuff, you'd say, wow, this is, it's impossible.
I have a friend who's vegetarian. I don't know if she's all the way vegan or not, but we went camping. And what the heck are you going to do? What are you doing camping? You grilling. When you grill, you grill meats, right? It's
Right.
like, and she's like, oh, no, I don't eat meat. I'm like, I'm going to leave you for dead in the woods. Why did I bring you? You're nothing but trouble. And, so we actually got some veggie patties.
Oh, look at
And
that.
that looks very meat-like.
Yeah.
That looks very, very
Veggie
meat-like.
patties and
I haven't had dinner yet either. So.
And yeah, we grilled them up, and they were good. I actually enjoyed them. I actually had some. I got some and had them in my freezer for whenever she was a guest, or I would cook them up,
yeah.
on that, oh, crap, I missed grocery day. So, yeah, I enjoyed those, and this was several years ago. I'm sure the Impossible Meat has come a lot further since then.
It's incredible, and I'm just warming up to turkey burgers.
Yeah.
And now this Impossible Meat. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, but they cloning your dog.
Yeah.
Right, and they're like, oh, because people are like, well, I love my dog so much, and they don't live as long as we do. We, generally have a longer run than most of the critters, and so people want to get they want that dog again. But there's no guarantee that you're going to have the same. There's not even might not even be the same coloration.
Yeah.
It'll be the same, breed, but that's going to be about it. The temperament and the behavior. It's all,
It's one part environment, one part nature versus nurture.
Yeah.
It's all they won't be the same.
They might be predisposed to being a decent dog.
Sure. Yeah.
But if you don't train it up the same way, it's not going to know all the same tricks. You knew these all a week ago. What's going on?
And if it's a Dalmatian, it's not going to have the same spots in the same places.
No, it won't.
That cute little.
Wait,
You
I have a
are
question.
going to have to reshoot that Christmas card.
I have a question about dogs. Can dogs grow spots?
Can dogs?
Can they grow
Yeah.
liver
Spots.
spots? What are you talking about?
Like spots on their body? Because I
Yeah.
didn't see my dog for like 2 weeks, and I came back and he had like spots, like these black spots, like all over him.
You might want to get that checked out.
Wait, really?
Like the hair changed color?
Well, he's white. He has white hair, but he has like these black spots, like
Is
On
he
his
kinda like a-
belly?
yeah,
It's kind of like a pit,
yeah,
and he's got that really short hair.
yeah.
And on their undersides, it's
Yeah.
like
He might have been.
it's almost his chest is almost as smooth as yours.
he might have been shedding a little bit, and you just didn't
At
notice
least
it.
I
No.
hope so.
But no, okay, so like his like tummy area where it doesn't like have any hair, he has
Right.
like all these black spots now, and he never had them before.
I'll bet you just didn't notice them.
No,
before.
I swear he grew them. I swear.
I knew that belly, and they have spots. on them.
Yes. No, I swear I think I took a picture of it, but
You
I
took
don't
a
want to show
picture?
you my dog's belly.
It's doggy porn. What the hell, man?
No. I took a picture for the spots because I was like, what the heck? Like he rolled over and I was like, maybe it's because I didn't see him for 2 weeks, but I swear he didn't have those spots.
And you didn't see
before.
him for 2 weeks because you were busy running your foot fetish website? Or-
Yes.
Okay.
No, I was in France.
In France.
She was in France. Yes. Eating mass quantities of things.
And
Yes.
drinking lots of wine.
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't know. I guess drinking's not really for me. Not really my thing.
No.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So you replicate your meat, Brian.
Yeah.
Matt
As
and
often as I can.
Matt and I replicate our whiskey. Would you replicate? Would you clone a pet?
I'd be inclined to do that if I
Yeah.
thought, pets grow on you, man. And
Yeah.
if there's a chance.
Joey, I
that
still
you can
remember
see-
Joey. I
you
love
can-
Joey.
Yeah,
Your
you
dog
can see
Joey?
a spark of that dog,
Yeah.
that you had.
Yeah.
If I could
I
have
could
my
see it.
Bubba back, I definitely would.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's.
Got to dig out
I
that
would
old
do it.
pet blanket and
Yeah,
pull out
right.
some hairs. Send it off to the CSI lab.
Yeah. I would do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I could do a little pet cemetery with Kirby.
Yeah.
Bring him
But
on
see, isn't
back.
that the other side of it though? It's
Pet
never the
cemetery.
way you think it's
yeah,
gonna be.
it's
right?
not
Yeah.
careful.
It'll be like the island of Dr. Moreau. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie scared me for years, up
So-
until last week, actually.
Did you watch it again?
So here's a great visual for a podcast. How exactly do you do a cat's makeup? And it's the cat from the latest Pet Cemetery. And
That cat died.
There's like a side by side. Thanks for bringing up the mood there, Sam.
I'm just saying. I know I saw an article yesterday.
Yeah.
That cat literally just died.
Yeah,
Really?
yep,
Well,
no,
yeah.
it did.
Grumpy
it did.
Cat died too.
And I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's because they dressed him up like this.
Right.
so it looks like they just matted the cat's hair.
Yeah, so this is the same cat. This is all blown out and washed up with a tie on
With a
for one
tie.
of the red carpet events for Pet Sematary, and this is him in the movie itself, all ratted out. See the
Not in
see
a
that
tie. Yeah.
Oh
Did-
yeah. Oh.
Samantha? It's
Did they give him
That's,
contacts?
I think he had evil contacts in it.
Sinister
No, he had a
guy.
little,
See
he's
that.
got a little tie on.
Yeah, he is wearing contacts.
You know, no matter what they do to him, if he was still wearing the tie in the movie, he wouldn't look scary.
All right, man, you can read it to me.
Oh,
now
I
it's
get
in
to
your
read it?
hand.
I
Hot
get to
potato,
read?
it's yours now. So
Oh.
what's that story all about? doing a cat's makeup?
How exactly do you do a cat's makeup?
Yeah.
Anyone want to take a guess, though?
Very carefully.
Cotton balls.
All right.
You
so-
do it perfectly.
But bum. So I will absolutely not be seeing Pet Sematary this year, 2019, the remake of Pet Cemetery from 1989.
I heard it's scary as hell.
I
Is
saw
it?
both of
Yeah.
them.
Was it scary?
So
No.
No.
So Pet Sematary, it is based on the
I don't know.
1983 Stephen King novel Pet Cemetery itself.
yes.
A decision I made after reading the Wikipedia pages for all three versions, deciding it was way too scary for me. I saw the first
author
one.
of this
Yeah, the
article.
author of this article was reading it. So he said, I did, however, spend up to 15 minutes staring at its gorgeous cat star after a picture of him at the premiere showed up on my Twitter
Premiere.
feed. Premiere. So please gaze upon his beauty. So he's wearing a tie.
It's great.
Yeah, it's
He's
really
all
cute.
fluffed out.
In the film Church, the Maine Coon is run over by a truck, then interred in a spooky ancient burial ground that brings him back to life. Though not exactly as he was before.
No.
And that's the
No.
rub. That's
Zo-
the rub right
that
there.
Zombie Church is aggressive, and his once fantastic-looking coat is filthy and matted. So because he was buried, right? So seeing the before and after.
So he got
looks-
hit by a truck? What
He got hit
happened?
by a truck.
Yeah,
an
he gets hit by a
18-wheeler.
truck.
They should
A
have
big
like
18-wheeler,
like
yeah.
a tire tread across his chest.
Yeah.
That would be.
He's kind of mad.
Cat makeup artist is an actual job. It's an actual job. Cat makeup artist.
I want that
Dang.
job.
No.
Yeah. From there, I needed to know more. Mostly, how exactly do you even do a cat's makeup? So, he spoke to groomer Tanya Graham and trainers Melissa Millett and Kirk Jarrett about the cat makeover process, the various cat stars' personalities, and whether the cats were behaved on set. So, how do you do a cat's makeup if they're not behaving? We're gonna
Yeah.
find out.
You'd think in this day and age they would just use some CG character, something
Yeah.
made in
Yeah.
some animatronic thing. I don't know,
Right.
something that's
Dude,
So,
yeah.
so Tanya
It's got a cat and it's got all the little ping pong balls on it so they can CG it later.
So Tanya, one of the trainers, said it took almost 2 months of training to get them fully comfortable with the makeup. 2 months of training.
Wow.
We used a protocol that desensitization to really get them used to that. So
It's,
they're
it's like
desensitized.
marriage. You just get desensitized.
There's a lot of
to-
visual gags in this whole.
There
Yeah,
is,
really.
there is.
We started out by just doing a cat in a dry tub, having catnip parties. They got them high. Is that what it is? Or
Oh,
just got them
yeah.
excited with the catnip. That was a lot of fun. And then we did the cat. We did the cats enjoying the dry rub with lots of treats. So they got some pate and kitty treats. Then we started doing a little bit of water each time. So they were adding water to the process to get them used to the makeup, right? So slowly increasing the amount of water each time just to make sure they were comfortable with the process itself. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty long article.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So Melissa, the other one, said we did so progressively that the cats were comfortable with the bathing and comfortable with the makeup. We knew that if we didn't acclimate the cats to the makeup, they're just licking it off.
Because they look damp and wet all the
Yeah,
time. The back from the dead cats. So, well, here's a woman who got a replacement cat, and she's having trouble, and so she wants a little help with some kitten. I got a kitten behavior question here. Dear Animal Talk, I got a question, but a little background for you first. I have adopted a 9-week-old kitten, say 3 weeks ago or so. He is a brown tabby, neutered the day I adopted him. Got him from a shelter, and he was from a feral mom, I believe. I had another cat that I had raised from a kitten that passed after 15 and a half years. That one was a mellow Himalayan. It was on a train
A mellow
leaving
layan.
Chicago. No, so the tabby is named Toby. My new kitten is a tabby named Toby. Very playful. Gets wound up and then sleeps. It's kind of like me. He sleeps against me at night on the bed. He'll lay on my lap and goes to sleep. He lets me pick him up, hold him without meowing. If I leave the house for a while, I'll come back. He greets me, rubs his head against my feet.
That is like you.
Licks
That's a lot
and
like
purrs.
you.
That's a Tuesday night right there.
When Jamie and I were roommates,
My
he would do the
Tuesday.
same every time I came home.
Rub on his ankles.
Yep, he'd
Lick his feet.
Wait, you guys were roommates?
Oh yeah, way back in the day.
No way.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh yeah.
And they were roommates.
we lived in a pop-up camper.
Down by the river.
Down by the river. All right, so here, continuing on with this. That being said, sometimes Toby, my tabby, will run away from me, and he'll run and hide as if to attack more quickly or something. But usually, it's when he's usually wound up and he gets into a hunting mode. Today he slept on my lap, and I threw some balls for him later, and he chased them down the hallway. But then I went to the kitchen. I came back to approach him. He ran and hid. So, and now when we play, if he's wound up, he usually runs and hides. I pulled out the treats, and that kind of suckered him out a little bit. He ate the treats, but then ran and hid. So my old Himalayan cat never acted like this. I realize Himalayans are more mellow. How do I keep my cat from running away from me?
I swear to God, this is 25-year-old Jamie. Jamie, are you behind the refrigerator again? Yeah. Well, the cat sounds like it's having a ball.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's playing with you
Yeah.
in its own, interactive way, but not so interactive. When you want the cat around, he hides. I mean, that's all part of it.
Yeah.
That's all part of it. Now, if you just don't want him to hide, I suppose you could I don't know, hit him with a broom while he's behind the refrigerator.
Scare him out somehow?
Yeah. But I don't. This doesn't sound like a problem. You know, the thing is, Jamie, if a cat's doing its own cat thing,
Yeah.
and a cat owner doesn't like it
Sure.
and tries to change the
Yeah.
behavior, a lot of times it's kind of a boomerang. You're not going to like the result.
Yeah.
As long as the cat's not damaging anything, not damaging itself in the process.
Sounds like the cat's almost training him.
Yeah. I would kind of let it go though. Otherwise, I mean, you got to be. Cats can be touchy with, trying to change their behavior drastically.
Huh.
They could, litter box amnesia comes to
Sure.
mind,
Yeah.
and that could be really, really bad.
Yeah.
So I think he's just having fun.
Yeah.
And but if you do want to stop him every time he goes near the refrigerator, maybe shake the treat can or something, get him to come back.
Sucker
to
him
you.
back out. Yeah.
Right.
So and I'm kind of thinking that she had that cat for 15 and a half years, so you have expectations. You have cat expectations, and so she got this new kitten. It's like, oh, we're gonna do all these fun, cool things that me and my Himalayan used to do, and this new tabby is like got a different regime,
Which
so
is
you got to get
exactly
used to it.
like Matt brought his youngest, Jasmine, here.
Yeah.
He's always saying, I wish she was like her sister.
Oh my god!
She's just, my
Which
expectations
one?
are never met with this kid.
Oy, oy, oy. He's throwing you under a
emulate
bus
either
there.
one, I'll
Yeah.
be happy.
Yeah,
Throwing
the
you-
ride home. I'm helping you with the ride home.
Thanks, appreciate that. You should see the look.
Oh my god!
She's always letting me down. I always expect something more from this one, but hey, Jasmine.
Hey. Matt, can you do me a favor? Can you hand me my bag? that
Absolutely.
blue
Wait a minute. I
bag?
thought we were in the trust tree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Circle of trust.
Hey, I have what's the number for in here?
777 9311
6,
5309.
Wait,
I'm making shit up, Sam. I don't know what it is. Give me a second.
my God.
None of that was true.
777-9311.
That's like a Morris Day in the time.
8675.
I know that's wrong.
309.
Ask for Jenny. Jenny.
Remember the old days of radio where the phone number was really, really important because we were live?
That is it. Does somebody want to reach out?
No,
and-
I was just gonna put it on there,
Touch
in case
someone?
somebody else wanted to, just in
Oh,
case.
yeah. I'm
know.
trying to get into my Woogle Drive here.
Woogle.
And, yep,
Google Wolf.
my Loogle. All right, so the phone number 248.
If you want to call in,
If you want to call in, you can call this number 248
09
809
5004.
5004, and
So
I'll
there
put
you
it
go.
in the chat too.
There you are. So yeah, it's. But if you're hearing this and it's not Thursday between like 6 and 8 p.m., you'll probably get somebody else or no one if you attempt calling that number. So the cat, when the person comes home from being away, the cat comes up, licking the feet, rubbing on the ankles, right? Nice, happy cat behavior for arrival, saying, "Hey, my clan is here." What are cats? Cats are prides? No, cats are colonies. Whatever. My people are here.
Okay. Yeah.
Rubbing on the people. Dogs sometimes have a slightly different reaction when people arrive. And so here's a question coming in. Dear Animal Talk, why does my dog start to pee when they meet new people and get excited? So what's the story on that?
I don't know how many times I can repeat myself about Jamie.
I was waiting for that.
That's called submissive wedding, Jamie. Submissive wedding.
Yeah.
Now, that puts a lot of people off, and sometimes they'll direct attention to it, correct the dog for that. So keep in mind that dogs understand a hierarchy, and it's usually a dog that is a little bit submissive, and submissive wedding comes from what we call deference, where the dog is demonstrating that he is in a lower stature than you. Okay, so he's lower on the hierarchy than you. And dogs do this to other dogs all the time.
Are there specific breeds that do it more than others?
Yeah. Cocker Spaniels used to be kind of infamous for this. Yep. But yeah, some dogs do it, but it's also a factor of age and confidence in the animal. So what you can do is you want to take the dog's mind off of greeting you submissively and have them concentrate on something positive, which would mean the quickest way to do it is with a treat. So instead of the dog, wondering if it should roll over and wet itself because you've come in the door, now you have a treat. So now it's concentrating on how to get the treat, and it brings out more confidence in the dog, and they forget about the wedding. So the other thing is, don't draw any attention to it. Also, people will greet their dog, in an excited fashion.
Hey, mommy's home!
Yeah.
Yay!
And that makes it even worse.
Who's a little puppy?
So, if you don't have a treat handy, make the greeting
Sam's
real
sales
bland.
wagon.
Just walk past your dog, and that won't happen. The dog won't do the submissive wedding thing. Don't direct your attention and eye contact to the dog.
So no falsettos.
No falsettos. Nope. Or stilettos or any.
Oh my! So there you are. So that's submissive wedding. It's what happens if it's just an old dog and they're incontinent? Just doggy diapers? Is that where we're at?
Yeah. That's a veterinary thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of veterinary thing, Jasmine, why don't you go to vet school?
Yeah.
Then you can come and sit in here, and you can be a veterinarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if you guys can wait 12 years.
Yeah, I guess I'll spend 8 or 9 years in college to help you guys out on your Animal Talk show.
Sam, it looks like
She's
a couple
got
people
time.
chimed in on the Facebook there.
Somebody just said hi.
Oh.
And then the rest is us.
Oh, somebody who said hi.
Who would say hi?
So we can say hi back.
Somebody named Rio.
Rio?
Hello.
Oh, hi, Rio.
We
Cool.
We're not even broadcasting at a regular time. How would they even know we're here?
Yeah, no,
Well, Sam
I
watched
shared
the
it on
thing and-
Facebook too.
Yeah.
And then every time that we go live, like on our Facebook, whoever follows us on that Facebook, they
Yeah.
get like a
Same.
notification.
And
Animal
she's
Talk is
dancing
live,
on
so they get
Yay.
notifications.
Sam, how do people do that? How do they find us?
Oh,
How do they follow
we're
us?
doing
And
this in the
what is the
middle and
website?
not at the end. Our website is animaltalkradio.com.
Mhm.
So that's our
we
website.
we have a website?
Yeah.
You know that. And then we have our Twitter, which is at Animal Talk Radio, and then Instagram is also the same thing, at Animal Talk Radio, and then obviously Facebook, which is Animal Talk Radio.
Okay.
And those are all our social media.
Yay. So yeah, people can send in stuff to us. Why would somebody send something to us?
Because
I love this.
you can send. Okay, so we have this thing called the Pet Parade, and you
Yeah.
can send us a picture of your pet to put it in the Pet Parade, and then you will also be entered to win an Animal Talk T-shirt in the size of our choosing.
I absolutely love that.
So there you are. So animaltalkradio.com is a way to get a hold of us. There's a little form there to send in your questions and thoughts and comments, and all of them are most welcome and very, very excited to have. You know what we need to do though?
What do we need
What?
to do, Jamie?
Well,
Oh,
before
no, no,
Samantha
no,
has
no.
to leave, we gotta torment her a little bit, or I don't know. We could pick our.
Oh,
pick
maybe we could do somebody else.
We can pick our tormentees.
Okay. Oh.
Do we want to?
Yeah, why not? Sure.
All right.
Game on.
All right. So, hey, Jasmine, want to play a game?
Come here, Jasmine.
Would you
I'm
slide in
bad at
somewhere
this
and
game.
Would you
grab
like to
slide
play
in and
a
grab a
game?
microphone? You got to put the headphones on because we sound so much better with the headphones.
Yeah.
Not right around the corner here, child.
All right. So we got 3 headlines ripped from this piece of paper and the news. All right. Here we are. Hang on. Fact or fiction? You decide. All right. So, fact or fiction? 3 headlines ripped from the new. 2 absolutely true. 1 completely false, created by me earlier today while I should have been feeding the pets. Your job is to decide which is the fake fact. We are going to read each of these headlines to you. Brian, grab one of these.
right.
Matthew, grab one of these. Samantha's excited. Samantha, you get to read one of these as well. And we got the 3 news stories. And Sam, start us out. Which is the first story there?
This is the first story. Legal trouble and possible jail time for a dog that did not pay his taxes.
What?
Shame on him.
Wow, that's crazy.
She's processing over here.
Dog going to jail. All right.
All right, go ahead, Brian.
All right, number 2, cat declawing ban is passed by New York lawmakers. And if I were to read that all at once, it'd sound like this. Cat declawing ban is passed by New York lawmakers.
All right.
All right, and
headline number 3.
Number 3, 30 plus arrested as hundreds of animal rights activists descend on slaughterhouse, locking next to slaughter line.
They locked their necks to the slaughter line.
Yeah, locking next to
What's
slaughter line.
locking?
Yes.
Like they locked their necks.
Locking their necks.
Like
Uh,
locks? Like
Aye, like locking their necks.
They
that's what it says,
like
yeah.
people tie themselves to trees.
that a
Apparently,
typo?
they lock themselves to the slaughter line.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 stories again. Let's read those off.
Okay.
And so you have to pick those because 2 of them are absolutely true, real headlines
Yeah.
that we pulled from the web, so they have to be true. And then one is false, created by me earlier today.
So go ahead.
Samantha, go ahead.
Okay. Legal trouble and possible jail time for a dog that did not pay his taxes.
Number 2, cat declawing ban is passed by New York lawmakers.
And number 3, 30 plus arrested as hundreds of animal rights activists descend on slaughterhouse, locking next to slaughter line.
All right, so they all kind of have a legal bent to them, right? So that's why I was like,
It's a theme, Jasmine.
Yeah, it's a theme.
It's a theme.
All right, so which is the? Oh, hang on. Let me ponder that for a second, and then you have to come up with the fake headline.
I always get these wrong. I always pick the
I know, I
wrong one.
listen.
I hate this game.
All right, so which one do you
That's why it's so
think is the
nerve-wracking.
the fake one?
The fake one?
Which one, Jasmine?
I think it's
Dog taxes, declawing
Dog
ban.
taxes.
I think it's that one too.
You think it's the dog
because-
taxes?
Yeah.
Because I know like some, like when you adopt a cat, some of them don't let you declaw their cats
Yeah.
because it's like a protection thing. Like if you don't take care of your cat and then they find it, and it's like not feral, but in the wild and have to
Sure.
like hunt, they need their claws.
Yeah.
Why did you turn it over? I was going to read it
Oh.
for reference.
Oh.
Okay, and then I get the animal rights activists because people are crazy. So
So you're going
So that
Yeah,
going with that?
How can a dog pay his taxes?
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
This one was.
That was
Wow.
the fake fact. Yes, you got it right, Jasmine.
done.
I love how you gave me the fake one.
I know. I just you
No,
picked.
he
You
meant-
got to pick.
No.
I didn't look.
And
wait,
Jasmine,
you can't. No, you let
Jasmine's 1 for 1.
you let Brian pick first, and then my
Oh,
father,
oh,
and
you
then
so you got
so
leftovers.
Yeah.
They gave it to you. I
You,
think
you
it's
pulled
So-
a short straw.
I
It's okay.
handed it to you.
but
No,
Jasmine
it's
had a
okay.
pretty solid process of elimination.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her deduction.
I
deductive
just
reasoning
guessed.
is superior,
Thank you. Good
To-
job, child.
especially.
So which sister do you want me to be like?
That's it. All right. Well, Jasmine, we got you on the microphone. What kind of pets do you have in your life?
I have a cat.
You got a cat.
Honey pot?
Yeah.
Is honey
Pot.
now? Who does Honey Pot belong to?
What time of the day?
Ah, okay.
During the day, she's my mother's. She lays on my mother. She
Ah.
will not come near me unless I have a treat.
Ah.
But when my father gets home, okay, sorry, there's music playing. No, but when my father gets home, it's my dad.
Okay.
Just the way
So
it
it's
goes.
a little shared custody over
Yeah,
there.
it pretty
so.
much is. I get her
Alright.
in the nighttime. She gets her in the daytime.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair
but then
enough.
at like 3 a.m. when I'm eating peanut butter on the couch, she's fine.
All right. So one day you move out, you go off, you're on your own. What kind of pet? Will you get a pet, and what kind of pet would you have?
Bengal tiger.
I mean,
Penguin.
if I name it Raja,
Gecko.
A gecko. Yeah, geckos.
Gordon.
yeah. No, but I want to get a dog.
A dog.
I
You would do a
want
dog.
I want a
What
dog.
kind of dog?
I want a pretty dog.
A pretty dog. Do you want like a pocket one?
No, I want
do you
a
want
husky German Shepherd mix.
Oh.
Ooh.
So now we're getting specific. All right.
Does it have to have the 2 colored eyes?
No, it just has to be
So be a little
pretty.
David Bowie dog.
Ah.
Okay, but if I had a David Bowie dog,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you think that dog's going to be David Bowie for Halloween every single year, you are correct.
Just get that spray
The
and
lightning bolt.
hair
Stardust
color
right
with the
there.
lightning
Stardust
bolt
all
on them. So you're a dog person.
Very much so.
Yeah. I'm a cat guy. I just hang on.
Mm.
So all right. So when picking a dog or picking a dog is what do you think? A boy dog, girl dog? What have you had more experience with? What do you like?
It doesn't really matter because I'm gonna have one dog,
Okay.
so I don't really care as long as they're good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've always had better luck with girl dogs. That's all.
Jasmine, do you know your spirit animal?
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I'm a cockatoo, but I'm not. I don't know.
She was
Some
quick.
things fathers just don't need to hear.
It's a cockatoo,
Okay.
not a cock or two.
Oh my.
that was good. That was really good.
Oh my.
I went there,
I
so
can't
you're
be mad
good.
At that. I cannot be mad at that.
Wait, what are you guys?
I did mine. Everyone knows
It's
what
a
mine
sea
is.
cucumber,
It's a
right?
sea cucumber.
No way! You are though.
Have you met a sea cucumber?
Yes, personally. No.
Yeah, mine
So-
was a bear, I think.
A bear?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
mine's a
strike me as a bear.
walrus.
Oh, mine was a joke. I'm
That's-
not sure
no,
what my
you're not a
spirit animal
walrus.
is.
No, I just get. I just wait. Are we not supposed? Are we supposed to take a quiz? I just guess.
I
No,
have no clue.
You know what you would be? Your spirit animal is a fainting goat. I'm sure of it. I'm sure.
I feel like I'm like an otter or something.
That could be, yeah. I
What?
don't see Matt as a
Or like a
bear. I don't see you as a
goldfish?
bear.
Oh no,
Okay,
I
think
did
it
take
was
the
a bear. I'd have to
quiz.
do it again.
I did take the quiz. It said I was an eagle, and I was like,
All
fat
right.
no.
What is my spirit animal? Take the
Hard
quiz to
pass.
find out. So I'm going to look that up while you guys. Matt, what's that story about what did they shackle their necks to a slaughterhouse
they-
line, or what did they do?
Well, there, where when the cows are all lined up in that line, so that's where they lock their necks down to. So, 30 plus were arrested. Hundreds of animal activists descend upon the slaughterhouse. So this is in California. 600 activists with the Animal Rights Network Direct Action Everywhere (DXE) are marching to a massive duck slaughterhouse. A duck slaughterhouse, not cows. Huh. Dozens planning to lock their necks to the slaughterhouse shackles and other machinery. The facility,
Ugh.
which has ties to farm-to-table pioneer Alice Waters and slaughters 1 million ducks annually, has been the subject of numerous reports of animal cruelty, including birds with gaping wounds and collapsed on the wire floor. That's sad. Despite these complaints, the damning opinions of the prominent veterinarian and a former federal prosecutor, local authorities have failed to take action against the company. The activists who donned veterinarian-approved biosecurity gear as they enter the facility to give aid to sick and injured animals say their actions are a necessary response to a pattern of corporate and government misconduct. So, wow. That's a lot. 1 million ducks a year.
Wow. All right. And so the other real story was about the cats declawing. It's like legislating our lives, right? So,
well, you know what,
First
though?
they're banning pit bulls, and now they're banning declawing.
Yeah, I get this one. And
Okay.
what I'm a little bit surprised about is that New York is the first state to do it, because there's always been a kind of a real uproar about declawing cats. So this is
Sure.
out of Albany. New York lawmakers on Tuesday passed a ban on cat declawing, putting the state on the cusp of being the first to outlaw the procedure. The bill, which had been fought for several years by some veterinary groups, would outlaw several types of declawing surgeries, except in cases of medical necessity, and forbid any such surgeries for cosmetic or aesthetic reasons. The assembly sponsor, Linda Rosenthal, a Manhattan Democrat, said those reasons include pet owners who think their furniture is more important than their cat. Declawing is a convenient surgery with a very high complication rate that offers no benefit to the cat. And the procedure causes an increase in biting and litter box avoidance, which often results in the cat being surrendered to an animal shelter. So it is kind of a part and parcel of having a cat, right? Is cats have claws, and it's very important for them to with any kind of activity that involves their claws to actually exercise that. That's why you have cat scratch posts.
Right.
So it does cause some problems, but it is a little odd that it's a ban.
It's actually illegal. I wonder what the repercussions are if you go out and get a back alley cat declaw. If you outlaw cat declawing, only cats will have claws. How's that work again?
Only the bad cats will have claws.
Only Santa will have claws. Well, I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah.
So, but there's probably better things you could legislate and work on. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
There's probably bigger fish to fry, as it were. But so I got another email question though for you. Talking about getting along, picking a dog. So I know, here's the Deer Animal Talk, I know some breeds and types of dogs tend to do better with their own breeds. Hounds seem to get along with other hounds best. But I heard bad things about having multiple terriers. I don't really want to get another terrier, but I just saw an adorable border collie puppy at the shelter where we got our current dog, Rory. Rory's only been around one other Scottish terrier, and they ran around like nuts. Is it a good idea to have two terriers living together, or am I crazy?
You know what? I don't really see that correlation.
Okay.
Terriers having terriers they're known for, by definition, they're kind of boisterous and they're kind of feisty, and so you could have problems with them if you have a couple terriers in the house that are kind of have a chip on their shoulder. They can fight, they can scrap, and that's just kind of what they do. They just tend to be a little bit more assertive. But barring that, I mean, dogs, are pretty good at getting along with just about any other breed of dog. I haven't really noticed too much of a problem with terrier specifically.
Okay.
Getting along with other dogs. In fact, it might calm down the dog that you have a little bit and be a good good housemate for the dog that you currently have.
All right. Another behavior question. I'm trying to find my spirit animal too while we're doing this. Yeah.
I got bird again, and then I got wolf.
You're not a wolf. You are not a wolf.
Sam,
You are not a wolf.
Apparently, I'm a bird. So.
All right. So what do I do when my new dog starts misbehaving at the dog park, especially when they single out one specific person to bark or nip at? They get along with everybody else. Anybody can walk up and say hi or pet the dog or interact with us. But this one guy shows up and my dog gets cranky. What's the story with that?
Just one guy.
Just one particular person. And it's like, they're good with other males. It's good with males and females. Good with, all different types of folks. It's just one particular dude.
That's interesting. Because a lot of times you'll get questions about certain types of people. So maybe
the tall man with the big yellow hat,
yeah,
and the monkey standing next to him.
Exactly. Yeah. No, but you're on the right track. It's dogs that have been raised. Maybe say Sam gets a puppy and she's living by herself, which is likely. Okay, so say she gets a dog, and so the dog doesn't. He's not used to seeing tall men with facial hair, for instance. Okay, first time the dog sees it, he might freak out because he's used to seeing little Sam with no facial hair.
Oh, but I can grow facial hair. I've just shaved it off.
Okay, well, you get the idea.
Yeah, I get it.
Or people with hats, or people of different ethnicities.
Yeah,
that can happen. But singling out one person is pretty interesting.
Yeah,
there might be something about that person, but. You know what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't second guess the dog's judgment if it's just one person. I would
keep him away from that one person.
I would teach the dog to a certain word for a treat. Okay, like I don't know, treat. Okay, and when the dog sees that person, I would say, hey, treat, or whatever the command is, give the dog a treat. So it's called counter conditioning. So whatever the bad association with that person, if you associate that person with something good, you can
change the behavior.
You can change that behavior. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like when Matt was a boy and they would tie a stake around his neck so the dog would play with him.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Same.
Exactly. I've
That
heard
explains
stories.
so much more.
I was gonna do it to myself. Anyway,
Every time when I was a kid, when I would come home with my pictures, picture day, you have all the pictures. My mom would get this big packet of pictures that
Sure.
I could never give all these away.
we
My
don't,
dad
we don't
would-
even know there's this many people.
My dad would look at these wallet-sized pictures. Like, how are you going to give those away? You going to tape them to a candy bar? Or what Thanks, Dad.
Put them on the side of a milk carton.
I happen to have lots of friends. Okay, Dad.
All right, I found my spirit animal. I went through
Are you a bird?
spiritanimal.info.
Emu.
I'm a butterfly.
No way.
butterfly.
No,
That's
you're
amazing.
not. Well, maybe you are.
The butterfly is one of the most emblematic totem animals symbolizing personal transformation. I'm a transformer.
What was your transformation?
Well, if you ever see me in high heels, you'd know.
This is his caterpillar state right here.
What's his
If
butterfly
you
state?
see the butterfly as your
High
totem or spirit animal, I would thought it'd be more of a cat. I'd be more feline, like napping but crazy and
I don't
not
know. I
as
guess
sleek as I
butterflies
used to
nap.
be, but
A butterfly.
Butterfly?
I'm
A
a
sea
butterfly.
cucumber and a butterfly.
well, that's the one the internet told me. That's Brian picked sea cucumber on his own because it's what he identifies
That's
with.
what I identify with. Yeah.
What do I identify with?
Only you can answer that,
Yeah,
Samantha.
you have
Walrus.
No, you're not a walrus.
Octopus? I don't know.
Walruses
Squid.
are big, lumbering animals.
Yeah, but they're so cool.
And you're just a tiny little, what do you call it? Like a kind of a whimpering little thing in
Squid.
the corner.
I'm going with
know
narwhal or a manatee.
You know,
I
Lauren,
love manatees.
Lauren found a baby. Lauren found a baby rabbit in the flower beds last week,
Yeah.
and this thing was trying to get away from us, and it was shivering, and it was just like
Is that me?
jamming itself into the corner. Is it? Yeah, it's you. You're like a baby
She's
rabbit.
like a baby bunny. You are like a baby bunny, Samantha. All right.
Crazy.
Done picking on Samantha.
Samantha probably
Hey,
has
so
to
he
leave.
looks over at me.
Your turn,
Let's
man.
Yeah,
pick
what
on
are
Matt.
you?
I didn't know if
What
you were
can I-
picking your spirit animal
I'm
or
working
not.
on it, yeah.
Oh, okay, fair play. You get your spirit animal, you let us know. But I got another behavior issue for Brian if he's ready for it.
I'm ready.
All right, we got that animal talking thing. Happen walking with my dogs is the highlight of my day. I have 2 dogs, both about 3 years old, and they get along great. In the house, they get along well in the yard, but on walks, they are all over the place, running in different directions and then nipping at each other and just going nuts generally. Walk either one solo, and they're fine on the leash, and they walk just fine. But you get them together, and it's crazy. What do I do? How do I get my 2 dogs who walk well separately to walk well together?
Yeah, that's called walking embrace. To have 2 of them walking at the same time in some sort of synchronicity, so at least that they're so they're not tripping.
Like the Lipizan stallions, you can get them doing the little prancing. That's a
Exactly.
little much. So not quite there. Somewhere
Right.
between going crazy and
Yeah.
Lipizan stallion. How do you find a happy medium there?
Well, here's what you need to do. They need a little bit of basic obedience.
Oh.
And then you train them separately, not together. You train them separately to
Yeah.
heel.
Hmm.
One heel's on the right side, one heel's on the left side. And then after a few weeks of teaching them that, then you walk them together and give them the command.
All right.
And if they don't walk correctly, you don't move forward. And they probably want to. There's probably a little competition there, and maybe they're kind of horsing around, but they got to learn that. Especially when you get your dog outside of the house, it's not time to play. They got to pay attention.
Oh, yeah.
They can't be running out into the street and and tripping people and chasing bicycles and whatever they do. So it would do you some good to get some obedience. What obedience does is it gives you a language in which to communicate with your dog, or in this case, dogs. And so you want them to do something specific, you have to teach them those things individually, and then when you put them together, you give them those commands, and the dogs will be fine.
Yeah.
I got a little origami. Is that a swan? What kind of bird is that?
It's paper.
Paper.
Paper, you moron.
Of course it is.
I
Paper,
don't know.
just
It might be
stupid.
a swan. It might be a crane.
It's a crane.
It's just
It's-
pretty.
A crane.
It's very pretty.
I found out
It's
what
much
I-
like his kung fu. He's the crane style. Brian's kung fu is generally the.
Oh,
Apparently,
yeah.
I'm a horse.
Oh.
You're a horse?
I'm a horse.
You know what? I can
I
see
got
that.
no horse.
Horse is
Yeah.
in the bag.
it just happened. Like,
Yeah, so I have a long face. Is that what you're saying?
No. I can see that.
No, thank you. Steadfast and true. You know, it's that's what a horse is. I'm slow to trust, but once
Bulging
someone has earned
shoulder
my
muscles.
Slow
yeah.
to trust?
Slow to trust. Yeah, once someone has earned my friendship, la la la. So
A horse.
a horse.
A horse,
Horse,
of
of
course.
Take my horse
horse
to
is
the hotel room.
it's
Old Town Road. Yeah, it sounds like hotel room.
Yeah, which is just so wrong.
Emo speak.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's,
actually top 40 speak.
Yeah.
Fair
Billy
enough.
Ray Cyrus redid this song
Ah.
for the sole purpose for it to go back into the country charts because it wasn't country enough to begin with.
That's right. That's got banned.
Yes.
Yes.
Got pulled from,
Country radio.
well, not from the Billboard charts, because
Not from the
country radio still
different.
plays it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but so my kids were all up in arms. They say they pulled it. They're being racist.
Oh, your kids at
and-
school?
Yeah. They did.
Oh, do all the kids like it?
A kid did an argumentative
Obviously.
speech on
About it?
whether or not Old Town Road was a country song. It should be considered a country song.
Oh, wow.
It should be given the credit it's due on the country music charts.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it was a very well done argumentative speech.
That's crazy. I got
Now
a.
turn that crap off. and
You don't like
and get
it?
off
Get off
my
my
lawn.
I think it's catchy.
No, it's an all right song. It's an all right top 40 song.
I got a.
I want to question
You got a skedaddle?
Yeah.
leave.
All right, Samantha, thanks for...
I'm so sorry.
how
I
long-
love
how long-
everybody.
How long have we been running?
I love you.
45 minutes.
Okay.
We could wrap it up, right?
Well, yeah, just...
If you want to wrap it up, you can. No pressure.
No, it's... I've had just about enough of...
I've had a lot of fun.
We're really fighting
Yeah,
that
it's time
sound
for dinner.
Yeah.
out there. It's kind
Ooh.
of crazy. Can't go without doing this.
I know what that means.
Here we go.
It's time for the bad animal joke of the week.
All right, here we go. Bad animal joke of the week. Hey, Samantha, before you leave.
Hey, what?
What is as big as an elephant but weighs nothing?
Feather.
It's Shadow.
Feather.
All right. What do you call a pig that knows karate?
I know this. It's like pork chop
Pork
or
chop.
something. Yeah.
All right. Which days? Which day do fish hate?
A
Which
feather.
day?
What?
Fridays.
Oh, because they're getting like fried.
Yeah.
Oh, like
All right.
connection. Good
More
connection.
elephant
Stop.
questions. What did the peanut say to the elephant?
I'm hungry.
Nothing. Peanuts don't talk. There we go, and we'll leave it with that. Samantha, one more time. How do people find us?
Our website, www.animaltalkradio.com. Our social media, Twitter and Instagram @Animal Talk Radio, and then also Facebook, Animal Talk Radio.
There you go. The YouTube channel is Animal Talk TV.
Oh, okay.
So I
That's
can
YouTube.
throw some, yeah. But besides that, it's all Animal Talk Radio. We want Animal Talk TV. 'cause
Send
you
us
get
your
to
pictures
see our
of your
great shiny
pets.
face. Yes, for
I
the
like
pet
that.
parade.
Yes.
And
So
then
you can get
we'll
your
pick
t-shirt.
somebody, and we'll get you a T-shirt. What's it going to look like? What's going to be?
It's going to be in the size of our choosing.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for listening and playing along. Like, subscribe, make a comment. Wherever fine podcasts are sold, we genuinely appreciate you being with us. Until next time, have an exotic week.
And kiss your wild thing for me.
I'm a sloth.
I wonder how much that's bleeding through.
You can't tell?
Okay, I hope that. Huh? What? What?
I wonder how much that's bleeding through.
Yeah, it's loud.
Can you tell though on the boards? Is there an indicator?
I mean, it's moving right here. Wait. See.
It's moving right here every time.
Testing.
Yeah, it is picking it up.